Good morning. So this is early in the morning. You can see how the weather looks like, and yeah, I'm going in the market to buy some goodies. So see you. So today is Saturday and I had to wake up so early because we have a very special guest who have to reach home at 3 and we're at 7 a.m. And so I have to hurry things up because I will be the chef for today. I have to crown for that in the whole family, guys. They can't even debate on that. So as you can see, I was already to the market buying some of the groceries I will be using, and this is where I met with Mrs. Cutie Rabbit. Isn't she looking cute, guys? So cute. So she joined his mate, enjoying their breakfast and the view at the same time. You can't disturb them, guys, So I was done buying some of my groceries, and this is me at home doing my mise en place as my first thing first, guys, because I love cooking, getting every ingredient done, because this saves my time and it saves me from stress. So this is the recap of what I bought. You can see some tomatoes, some onions, carrots, cucumbers and parsley, and some capsicums and some peas, the ketchup, the mayonnaise, as well as the spaghetti called oba, and some Irish potatoes that I peeled before. So this is how my Kagetsu small kitchen looks like. I chose to show everything to you guys so that you feel live with me in the kitchen, doing everything that I have to prepare for you today. So this is me starting the process of cooking each recipe, and I started with boiling some peas because they really take time to cook, So I put them in water to boil. So meanwhile, waiting for my peas to cook, I started with my veggies mise en place, and as you can see, I used a julienne cutting style for my veggies, and I kept preparing everything and putting it in place so that I won't be stressed looking for my ingredients. So as you can see, I was chopping my parsley into very small size. I started to put them in the bowl so that I put them in the fridge because I will be needing these after. And this is me preparing my Irish potatoes by cutting them using that cutter just to look cute, so that my chips looks cute. As you can see, it's a zigzag cutter, and that's how they look. They look cute, right? So my chips are done, and I'm gonna put them in the freezer so that they don't dry out and start to look ugly, because I'm not gonna fry them like right now. So after putting them in the freezer, I just started to be preparing some garlics, and this is the hard part I hate, guys, removing this outer shell of these garlic cloves, and that's why I first have to deal with mise en place of every ingredient as the hard part. So I started pounding the garlics in this small old pounder as my saver, because all our blenders were damaged. And if you can recommend me energy blender, please comment it down below in the comment section where I can find it if you are based in Rwanda. Or I might buy a new small pound of this kind because I find them not that bad though. So I might buy a new one instead of buying an electric blender because they are sometimes stressful and they are so quick to be damaged. So after doing my mise en place, I put on some spaghettis and added in some drops of oil so that they don't stick together, and added a pinch of salt to taste, and after some minutes they were done. And meanwhile I put also a simple boiled rice to cook, and after I started to dress my spaghettis by putting in some parsley and put it aside. I also have some Rwandan chicken. In our mother tongue we call them inkoko z'inyarwanda. They taste really good, but what I hate about them is that they are not tender, they are tough guys. So my dad was actually the one who slaughtered these two chickens, and I will be cooking them in two different ways. So as you can see, I was done cleaning them. It didn't really take me some efforts in cleaning them because my dad did a really great job, because he removed all fats and uneaten stuffs from them. So I cleaned them like 3 times only, just to remove some leftover dirt from roasting them on a charcoal stove. So I think that my dad really deserves a big shout out, because you can tell that he's really good in this, right? So I chose a smaller chicken and start to cut it into smaller parts, because I will be frying it with its sauce, and I will roast the big one in an oven, because there are some who doesn't love eating fried things just for their health, you know. So as you can see, I started cutting them into smaller parts. So I boiled the chicken, which I will fry to cook really well so that it becomes tender, and we will need its broth for the sauce after. So this is the remained bigger chicken that I'm gonna roast in the oven, and this is me making it do some workouts, écartement, like a pro, guys. Let me stop being mean to this poor chicken. It suffered a lot, so let me stop it. So you can see that I'm cutting each area just so that the chicken cooks inside really well, so that all the heat from the oven enters easily inside the chicken meat by passing through those areas I cut. So the reason why I'm pushing it down like that is that I want to put it on a pan and laying down. I started seasoning my chicken with some soy sauce. You already know that a soy sauce contains some salt in it, so you don't have to overpaint it on your chicken so that it doesn't taste salty in it. So you can see that I painted it inside the chicken meat where I cut, so that all the seasonings enters in it really well. So I was done painting all parts of the chicken with some soy sauce. So this is where I started to scatter some turmeric by scrubbing it all over the chicken. So I was done putting on the turmeric to all parts of the chicken. So I took my garlics. Guys, I really love garlics. The smell of it, the taste it gives, oh my god, I really love this garlic. So I scrubbed it on also all over the chicken, and I put on some salt. You don't have to put a lot of salt on it because we already used soy sauce and it contains itself salt, so you don't have to put too much salt on the chicken. And this is the Maggi, just to make it taste and smell good. And done. So you can see that I simply used not too much seasonings on my chicken, because I normally don't like too much seasonings in my food. So you may add whatever you want, whatever seasonings you want, but for me that was it, guys. So I covered my whole chicken into the aluminum so that it easily absorbs all the heat from the oven and make it cook fully well. So I 15 minutes preheated my oven before. So after preheating my oven, I put on 220 as a room temperature that will be able to cook fully well my chicken. So meanwhile, I put on the chips to cook while frying my first chicken, as the first way I told you before. So I removed the boiled chicken from its broth and put the broth aside and started to fry my chicken, obviously. So meanwhile, the first chips were fully fried, and oh my god, look how crunchy they look, guys. I may call them semi-French fries because remember I freezed them before frying them. So after I started to season my chips with some persil just to make my chips look presentable. As you can see, guys, look how cute they look. So after I also added on some onions, and oh my god, the aroma from this one is something else, guys. So after putting on some onions, I also added on some Maggi's to taste, and after I kept on frying fully my chicken, you can see that it already started to change the color to brownish. And meanwhile, I was checking if what we put in the oven was being cooked, and you can see that it wasn't done yet. It only started to throw its juice, and I covered it back so that it cooked fully. So coming back to frying my chicken, you can see that I added on some Maggi's just to give it a taste. I added I added 2 cloves of Maggie's, and that's the garlics and the soy sauce that I put in also, and I kept on mixing them, but the aroma that was in the kitchen is unexplainable, guys. Even the neighbors were asking themselves what is happening. So I also put on the capsicum and the onions just to cook while mixing everything together, but the aroma oh my god. And I also added in some tomatoes and the tomato sauce, tomato paste, and I kept mixing so that the tomato paste cooks, and you can see that it were really cooked. So this is the secret behind my recipe. You can see that I added in some honey but the taste it gives to my chicken, it's something else, guys. This taste it gives, it add on to my chicken. Oh, so you can see that I already put on the broth, the chicken broth that I put aside, and boom, my sauce chicken was done. And the roasted chicken that we cooked in the oven, you can see that it was fully cooked. Guys, if you have any question, you can feel free and ask in the comment section, because I know that I didn't cleanly explain everything. And if you feel like you have something to share with us, because we are a team, just feel free to share it, guys. So let me end my video and hope you enjoyed it, guys. Please remember to subscribe, share, like, and ring the notification bell so that anytime I post, you can see the notification. And ciao, God bless you, love you.